YouTube. The book club is Keg Book Club. We're found on YouTube. We do have a Facebook page also. We've been meeting for the last 4 years. We've been meeting since 2020. We've read all sorts of books. We do have discussions. And what we do, we enjoy it. If you wish to get a glass of wine, or like me, I love my water, love to stay hydrated, please do join me and like and share the live. So welcome, welcome. Now, Outwitting the Devil. When I tell you that this book is a book that really and truly touches the heart because it helps you to think. Welcome in, Julie, Sean. Welcome in, Bata, Batavia. Welcome in. Please forgive me if I get your name incorrect. But welcome into Keg Book Club. We're reading Outwitting the Devil. The last page that we stopped at was at page 219. And now we're about to read chapter 12. Welcome in, Julie. Welcome in, Sean. Those of you who are tuning in from Facebook and also tuning in from YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in. I'm just sharing the live and just saying hello to you all at this point, but I'll be starting to read in about a minute. Okay, let's get to business. Don't hold up this show anymore. Chapter 12, Environment, Time, Harmony, and Caution. Environment, time, harmony, and caution. Question. What I am reading is a conversation between the devil and Napoleon Hill. I want you to really and truly have an open mind. Welcome in, user 4566. Welcome in. I want you to have a clear and open mind because you may be saying a conversation with the devil. This sounds very much so made up. I don't want you to think about if it's made up or if it's real or whatever it is. What I want you to do is take the opportunity to learn the principles and the lessons that are embedded in the conversation that's written in this book. Now, when I say question, the questions are being asked by Napoleon Hill, and the answers are the answers that the devil is giving. So here we go. Question. I now have a better understanding of the potentialities of adversity and failure. You may go ahead now with your description of the next of the 7 principles. What is your next principle? Answer. The next principle is environmental influence. Question. Go ahead and describe the working principle of environmental influences as a determining factor in human destinies. Answer. Environment consists of all of the mental, spiritual, and physical forces which affect the influence of human beings. Question. What connection, if any, is there between environmental influences and hypnotic rhythm? Answer. Hypnotic rhythm solidifies and makes permanent the thought habits of human beings. Thought habits are stimulated by environmental influences. In other words, the material on which thoughts are fed comes from one's environment. Welcome in, Nick. Welcome in. The material The material on which thoughts are fed comes from one's environment. Thought habits are made permanent by hypnotic rhythm. So remember early in the book, we thought about what is hypnotic rhythm. Hypnotic rhythm is the natural way that nature causes us. Welcome in, Kamal. The hypnotic rhythm is a natural way in which nature teaches us how to automatically develop habits. What is the most important part of one's environment? The part which determines more than all others whether an individual makes positive or negative use of his mind. Answer: the most important part of one's environment is that created by his association with others. All people absorb and take over, either consciously or unconsciously, the thought habits of those with whom they associate with closely. Question: do you mean by this that constant association with a person whose thought habits are negative influences one to form negative thoughts? Answer: yes. The law of hypnotic rhythm forces every human being to form thought habits which harmonize the dominating influences of his environment, particularly that part of his environment created by his association with others. Welcome in, Constance. Please like and share my live. This here is Keg Book Club. We meet every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Right now, we're reading the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is currently having a conversation with the devil. Now, do you mean by this that constant association with a person whose thought habits are negative influences one to form negative thoughts? Yes. The law of hypnotic rhythm forces every human being to form thoughts which harmonize with the dominating influences of his environment. Yes, 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 yes. Who you associate with, their thoughts. If there's somebody or there are people who are constantly thinking negative, guess what? You can only but think negative. Now, question: then it's important that one selects one's close associates with great care. Yes, one's intimate associates should be chosen as much. Okay, just give me a moment. Let me share the live. Let me share the live. Give me a moment. Let me share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Give me a moment. Let me share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Give me a moment. Let me share the live. Hey. Okay. Share the live. Yes, 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 yes. Just trying to share this live so that it goes out. Goes out there. Within the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so yes, so we continue the conversation with Napoleon Hill. Now it says, then it is important that one selects one's close associates with great care. Answer: yes. One's intimate associates should be chosen with as much care as one chooses the food with which he feeds his body, with the object always of associating with people whose dominating thoughts are positive, friendly, and harmonious. Question: which class of associates has the greatest influence upon one? Answer: one partner in marriage and the home, and one's associates in his occupation. After that comes close friends, acquaintances, Casual acquaintances, strangers, have but the least influence on one. Now, this here is so important, and when we really look at it, it's so true. So very true. Because it's basically saying that whoever it is that we hang out with, whoever we associate with, whoever we spend the most time with, they are the person who influence our thoughts. So it's important that you choose who it is that you are associating with. Who is it that you're spending your time with? It's it goes hand in hand with how your life, your environment, your reality is. So it's important to choose. And who is the associates that have the greatest influence on us? Number one, our partner in marriage. Number two, the home and the associates. The home is number two. And then those associates in your workplace. After that comes close friends, acquaintances. Casual acquaintances and strangers have but little influence on one. Now, here's a note from the author. The material on which thoughts are fed from one's environment. Thought habits are made permanent by hypnotic rhythm. Have you ever felt your attitude or your mood become negative by just seeing the presence of someone negative? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, Charlene, for stopping in. I'm streaming on here, TikTok, and also on YouTube. Now, we're still reading Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill. And please do like and share my live. Thank you so much. And let me know if you can join on the panel if you do have time. I don't know what your evening is like. Now, we're reading a note from the author. It says, have you ever felt your attitude or mood become negative just by being in the presence of someone negative? Hill suggests that you need to interject thoughts that are positive, friendly, and harmonious, not only to counteract those negative thoughts, but also to influence that person into a more positive space. If it is your business partner, evaluate the relationship. Make sure that it's one you want to save, or make the decision to move away from the partner's negativity. Got you. Thank you for listening in, though. Appreciate. Question: why does one's partner in marriage have so great an influence upon one's mind? Answer: because the relationship of marriage brings people under the influence of spiritual forces of such weight, and they become dominating forces in the mind. How many environmental influences can be used to break the grip of hypnotic rhythm? Answer: all influences which establish thought habits are given permanency through the law of hypnotic rhythm. One may change the influences of his environment so that the dominating influences are either positive or negative, and the law of hypnotic rhythm will make them permanent unless they are changed through one's habits of thought. Question: stating this truth in another way, one may submit himself to any environmental influence desired, whether positive or negative. And the law of hypnotic rhythm will make the influence permanent when it assumes the magnitude of thought habit. Is that the way the law works? Answer: that is correct. Be careful of all forces which inspire thought. Those are the forces which constitute environment and determine the nature of one's earthly destiny. Question: remember, for those of you who are listening in and you're not sure what's happening, this here is a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil. Remember to have an open mind, even if you're saying, well, hey, There's no way anyone can talk to the devil and this is imaginary. Even if it's imaginary, I want you to have an open mind and think of the principles that are founded within this writing. Question: what class of people controls their environmental influences? Answers: the non drifters. All who are victims of the habit of drifting forfeit their power to choose their own environment. They become the victims of every negative influence of their environment. Question: is there no way out for the drifter? Is there no method by which he may submit himself to the influence of a positive environment? Answer: yes, there is a way out for drifters. Is they can stop drifting, take possession of their own minds, and choose an environment which inspires positive thought. This they may accomplish through definiteness of purpose. Now, definiteness of purpose is what is considered or what helps someone to be considered a non drifter. Non drifter is a person who has their life or they understand what their purpose is, what their goals are, and they have a definite purpose, a definite goal, and they're working towards it. You're considered a drifter, according to this book, is if you cannot think for yourself, if you do not have a definite plan, if you don't understand or have a definite purpose. Now, is that all there is to the act of eliminating the habit of drifting? Is the habit only a state of mind? Drifting is nothing but a negative state of mind, a mind conspicuous by its emptiness on purpose. What's that? Give me a moment, sorry. Okay, okay. Just let me know how much I need to send. Thank you. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. Now, I like your shirt, Asia. Teenagers in my life. Get it? Oh my goodness. No, not funny. Y'all really know how to fit into to certain stuff, don't y'all? Oh, was it your shirt? Yes, it's my shirt. Guys, the joy of having teenagers in the house. Oh my goodness. I apologize for that. Yeah. Okay. Now we're continuing the conversation between Napoleon Hill. Welcome in, Lamfor. Please do like and share my live. Please, to the top, they have the daily heart me. Please do hit on that and listen in. Right now, I'm reading the Outwitting the Devil. It's by Napoleon Hill. I appreciate you for liking the lives. Thank you so much. We're reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Right now, we're just going through the conversation that Napoleon is having with the devil. We meet every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this same platform. So if you do like good books, please do tune in. Now, we're continuing the conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil. Now, question: is that all there is to the act of eliminating the habit of drifting? Is the habit only a state of mind? Drifting is nothing but a negative state of mind, a state of mind conspicuous by its emptiness of purpose. Question: what effective procedure may one follow in establishing an environment most helpful in developing and maintaining positive thought habits? Answer: the most effective of all environments is that which may be created by a friendly alliance of a group of people who will obligate themselves to assist one another in achieving the object of some definite purpose. This sort of alliance is known as a mastermind. And I know, Charlene, we are so familiar with masterminds. We are a mastermind. We do have our own mastermind. And definitely, yes, mastermind masterminds do help us to stay focused. It helps us to stick to goals. It helps us to plan in the future. So it gives us a definite purpose with a definite plan. So quite amazing. Now, if you can do at any time, please do hit the like button because it helps to give me points towards my live. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, the most effective of all environments. What effective procedure may one follow in establishing an environment most helpful in developing and maintaining positive thoughts? The most effective of all environments is that which may be created by a friendly alliance of group of people who will obligate themselves to assist one another in achieving the objective of some definite purpose. This sort of alliance is known as a mastermind. Through its operation, one may associate himself with carefully chosen individuals, each of whom bring the alliance some knowledge, experience, education, plan, or idea suited to his needs in carrying out the object of his definite purpose. The most successful leaders in all walks of life avail themselves to this sort of made to order environmental influence. Outstanding achievement is possible without the friendly cooperation of others. Stating the truth in another way, successful people must control their environment, thereby ensuring themselves against the influence of a negative environment. Welcome in, welcome in. This is Keg Book Club. We're reading Outwitting the Devil. Please do like and share my live. And also to the top, there's the Daily Heart Me. Please do press that button and claim your points for your engagement points for this live. Now, we're discussing a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil, and we're it's just amazing. I just want you to continue to have an open mind on this conversation and just think about the main points. Now, question: what of people whose duty to relatives make it impossible for them to avoid the influence of the negative environment? No human being owes another. No human being. Welcome in, Mocha. Welcome in. Please do like and share my live. You can have engagement points by just pressing the Daily Heart Me to the top. You can claim your engagement points. What people whose duty to relatives make it impossible for them to avoid the influence of the negative environment? No human being owes another any degree of duty which robs him of his privilege of building his thought habits in a positive environment. On the other hand, every human being is duty bound to himself to remove from his environment every influence which even remotely tends to develop negative thought habits. Now, question: isn't it a cold blooded philosophy? Answer: only the strong survive. This here is crazy whenever you think about it. Asia, please come a minute. Just excuse me a minute, sorry. Only the strong survive. Look, there's a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Please bring it for me. There you go. This is for your Asia, for your leggings. Okay. Yeah. I do apologize about the disruptions. Welcome in, sweet girl 004. Please do like, and share my live. The Daily Heart Me is to the top of the screen. That allows you to gain your engagement points. And please do like and share my live. We are reading. Yes, Charlene, the kids. They're there. Question. You can keep it. You can keep it, whatever. Just, yeah, you don't need to bring back change. They don't like to bring back your change. They spend your money for you. Oh my goodness. I do apologize for that. I usually go like, when I'm doing lives, do not disrupt me. But this evening just happens to be one where they just happen to be doing that. Now, so welcome in, and thank you so much for sticking by. Every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. We do read. We are currently reading the book Outwitting the Devil. So we're going to be reading this every week until it's completed. Now, Napoleon Hill, please do like and share if you know anyone who love book clubs. Welcome in, Centra. We're just reading Outwitting the Devil. Please do like and share my live. And if you can get your engagement points by hitting the daily heart meet to the top, we're meeting here every Sunday. Thank you. Now, we're having this read about Napoleon Hill having a conversation with the devil. Now, let me see if I can find where I was before I was interrupted. So they say, what of people whose duty to relatives make it impossible for them to avoid the influence of a negative environment? So these are questions that I believe that we really need to know within our lives, because sometimes we don't have the answers. Nobody tells us what the answers are. When we're forced to be in a negative environment, there are times that we can move away from that negative environment, but there are times where we're just in a negative environment. What do you do? So the devil is saying no human being owes another any degree of duty which robs him of his privilege of building his thoughts. And I'm just going to encourage you guys to engage with each other. So if you're here and you would love to connect with others, just hit engagement in the chat and make sure that you follow each other. Please do. This here, welcome in La Bonita. Please do claim your engagement points. Hit the daily heart meet to the top of the screen. You'll gain engagement points. Also, please do please do hit the like button, and do share the live. All of this here is part of engagement points, which helps you to gain points and also bring followers to your page. Do engage with each other and ensure that you follow each other. We meet here for this every single Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Charlene, thank you so much for being a trooper. Now, no human being owes another any degree of duty which robs him of his privilege of building his thought habits in a positive environment. On the other hand, every human being is duty bound to himself to remove from his environment every influence which even remotely tends to develop negative thought habits. Now, question, isn't this Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I would love that. I think it would really help a lot to boost the live and get it out there. From what I'm learning. Hello. Thank you so much, Style Chanel, for really hopping in. I am a fan of you. I've been following you on other platforms for a while, so it means a lot to see you pop in here. One of my favorite things, I know if you got a minute, is actually reading. And I do have a book club every Sunday. I'm here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot seeing you pop in here. Thank you. Now, isn't this now we're reading Napoleon Hill Outwitting the Devil, and he's having a conversation with the devil, and it's basically it's an interview. So the next question is, isn't it a cold-blooded philosophy? And the answer, only the strong survive. No one can be strong without removing himself from all influences which develop negative thought habits. Yes, Charlene, I know you got to get that through. And I really do appreciate you still taking the time to really and truly listen in. Negative thought habits result in the loss of the privilege of self-determination. It's important to maintain positive thought habits. So Charlene, the person Style Chanel that just popped in, that is actually a makeup artist, is someone I've been following for a very long time on many different platforms. I absolutely adore his content, his work, and he has his own makeup line. So it's something that you should look into. I know you're not into makeup, but if you do want to wear any type of makeup at any time, you can check him out. He has a line of makeup products. Now, Now it's saying positive thought habits may be controlled by the individual and made to serve his aims and purposes. Negative thought habits control the individual and deprive him of the privilege of self determination. I know why you're laughing. You would make up, right? Now, question. I deduce from all you have said that those who control the environmental influences out of which their thought habits are built are masters of their earthly destinies, and that all others are mastered by earthly destinies. Is that stating the matter correctly? Indeed, perfectly stated. Now, I'm streaming live here on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube. Most of my views on YouTube tend to be after, so I'm just going to encourage you, if whenever you're listening in, those of you on YouTube, do like, do comment on your thoughts of what you're hearing and about the conversation with Napoleon Hill and the devil, and how, think about how you can apply it to your life. Welcome in, young tractor. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please do hit the daily heart me to the top of your screen. You get your engagement points. Please do like, hit the like button as many times as possible. The more you hit the like buttons, the more people will be notified that my live is active, and the more I'll be able to get engagement points. Please do hit the like button. Just tap the screen. Once you tap the screen anywhere, I will receive points. You will see that right now I have about 619 points to the top. So the more you tap the screen, the more points I get, and the ranking in my room raises, and more people are aware that the live is here. So please do that, and also share. If you can, share the live to a friend, share it to a few friends. Just hit the button. You can just hit my nose, pin it down, and you can hit share. Now that will help others to be aware that my life is here and active. Now we're reading Outwitting the Devil, and yes, it's a conversation that's going on between Napoleon Hill and the devil. Now, question: what establishes one's thought habits? Oh my goodness. I just think that this is such a great question, because it's important for us to understand what our thought habits are and what really establishes it. So I'm excited to learn what establishes one's thought habits. Answer: all habits are established because of inherent or acquired desires. All habits are established because of inherent or acquired desires or motives. That is, habits are begun as a result of some form of definite desire. Welcome in, Mary Connor. Welcome in. We are reading Outwitting the Devil. This is Keg Book Club. Please do get some engagement points. Claim your engagement points by hitting the daily heart me to the top of the screen. You will get 45 engagement points. And please do like, and share the live so that others can know that I'm here every Sunday. Welcome in, Dark. Please do hit your engagement points by hitting the orange heart to the top of the screen. We are a book club. We've been operating since 2020. We're currently reading Outwitting the Devil, and we're having a conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil. If you really are into just understanding how the brain works and general things about life, and general things about life, welcome in, Dark. That is, yes, I am spoken for. Thank you. Anything, any general things about life, etc., please do stick in. I'm here every single Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Welcome in, attractive Lizzie. Welcome in. Please do claim your daily points. So claim some points by engaging, by hitting the orange heart to the top of the screen. Please do like, and share my live. And please do like and share my live. Welcome in, Bill Jones. Welcome in. Please do like and share my live. There's engagement points by hitting the orange heart to the top of the screen. Claim your daily. I appreciate the like very much, so Dark. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope that you love books, because you'll be seeing a lot of this every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, right now, it's Napoleon Hill is having a conversation with the devil, and he asks such an important question: what establishes one's thought habits? What establishes one thought habit? I'm not seeing anyone claiming their engagement points. It's by hitting the orange button to the top of the screen. You claim your engagement points, and that way you're able to become that. Yeah, TikTok is going to know that you're a real person, and definitely you'll be having other people coming in. Please do follow each other. Please do follow each other. This here is Keg Book Club. There's a place. If we follow each other, you'll be alerted of the live, and then you get more followers, okay? And you're able to engage and form a community. So please do like and share the live. We're reading right now what establishes one's thought habits. Welcome in, welcome in, Bill Jones. Welcome in. Now, all habits are established because of inherent or acquired desires or motives. That is, habits are begun as a result of some form of definite desire. Okay, Zach, thank you so much. But you will be helping me quite a lot if you actually do like and share the live. Now, question: what takes place in the physical brain while one is forming thought habits? Answer: desires are organized impulses of energy called thoughts. Desires that are mixed with emotional feelings magnetize the brain cells in which they're stored and prepare those cells to be taken over and directed by the law of hypnotic rhythm. When any thought appears in the brain, it's created there and it's mixed with keen emotional feelings of desire. Shardin, you having a laugh today. Mm. So it's saying when any thought appears in the brain, it is created there and it's mixed with a keen emotional feeling of desire. The law of hypnotic rhythm begins at once to translate into its physical counterpart. So that's why they say whatever it is we think, what we think first, and whatever it is we're experiencing is because of our thoughts. So, first of all, we think, and then it's translated into the physical part. Determinant thoughts, which are acted upon first by the law of hypnotic rhythm, are those which are mixed with the strongest desire and the most intense feelings. And those thought habits are established by the repetition of the same thoughts. Now, imagine we get the same thoughts over and over and over. I don't know if you've ever really thought about it, but we do get the same thoughts over and over. We actually get between 50 to 60,000 thoughts per day. And most of it is actually recycled thoughts that keep coming back. So that's why we have to learn how to control our thoughts. Now, question: what are the most impelling basic motives or desire which inspires thought action? Answer: the 10 most common motives, those which inspire one's thought action, are these. And listen carefully. Number one, the desire for sex, expression, and love. Would you believe that? That's number one. And that's because there's a lot of emotion involved in intimacy and love. Then number two, the desire for physical food. Can you understand? Welcome in, Cranky. Please do like and share the live, and you will see the orange heart to the top. Please do claim your engagement points by clicking that heart. Now, we're reading Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. This here is such a beautiful book. And right now, Napoleon Hill, the author, he's having a conversation with the devil. And he just asked him an important question. He asks, what are the 10 most common motives which inspire one's thought action. And the thought action is what is it that we think about that is then transitioned into action. And the number one is the desire for sex expression and love. Number two, the desire for physical food. And we can see that desire within people because so many people cannot control their weight. If you see, there's so many people who are definitely out of control with their eating habits, and that's because there is an emotion tied to eating. Then number three is the desire for spiritual, mental, and physical self-expression. Number four, the desire for perpetuation of life after death, meaning we don't want to die, we want to continue. I appreciate your comments, Dark. Now, the desire for us to continuously live, we do not want to die. Which, in if we have to say it another way, or the opposite of this, if you whoever would have read the book would have been Think and Grow Rich. They were talking about our fears. And one of our greatest fear is the fear of hunger. One of our greatest fears is the fear of death. Because we really and truly, it's so mysterious that we are afraid. We don't know. No one have the answer. So the desire for continuous life after death. Now, another desire is the desire of for power over others. Many times we have a desire to control, fear of the unknown. Yes. No, then there's a desire for material wealth. There's a desire for knowledge, desire to imitate others. Would you believe that? And it's so true because many times we are afraid of being unique. We're afraid of because we want to stand, we want to fit in. We don't want to stand out. Welcome in, Tio. We are reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. This is Keg Book Club. We reach every Sunday. Please do like and share the live so other people can know about this beautiful thing that we're doing here. We are reading, and do claim your points by hitting the daily heart me to the top where you will get your engagement points. Yes, so it's amazing to think that people desire to imitate others instead of being original, and that would be I believe from my understanding of this is that if you do want to join the live and you do have anything to say, of course, please do request. I'll be more than happy to have you on here with me now, or you can just place in the chat. Now, we are afraid of standing out because one of the greatest fear is a fear of criticism. And because of that, many times we don't want to stand up and be the only one. The world designed it that way exactly. Welcome in, Carl. The world designed it that way. Please like, and share my live so that it can get out there. The world designed it that way. So you're afraid to stand up. You're afraid to be different. So guess what? We tend to want to imitate. Welcome in, Nikki. Please do like and share my live. We're reading Outwitting the Devil. Yeah. So the other thing is the desire to excel others. So not only do we want to imitate them, but welcome in, Jack, we also want to excel while imitating. And how is that even possible? Exactly. Exactly, without originality. Oh, yes. Yes. Welcome in, Bill Jones. Please do like and share my live, guys. The more you like, engagement will go out there and others will know that this live is here. It's happening, that we're reading and we're actually here just putting things into our mind that will help us to grow as people. Welcome in, Rita. Please do like and share my live. Do claim your engagement points by clicking on the orange heart to the top, the daily heart me. This is Keg Book Club. We're reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Thank you so much for sending me that gift. I really do appreciate it. Wojo Jones, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Now, Please do follow each other. This live is an engagement live. You get the opportunity to follow each other. Please, if you want to engage, just hit engagement in the chat, and please like and follow each other. Please. Now, now, these are just some of the basic things that these are some of the most common things that inspire one's thought action. So I'm just going to go them over really quickly again, which is the desire for sex, expression, and love, the desire for physical food, the desire for spiritual, mental, and physical self expression, the desire for perpetuation of life after death, the desire for power over others, the desire for material wealth, the desire for knowledge, the desire to imitate others, the desire for knowledge, the desire for material wealth, the desire to excel others, and the seven basic fears. Now, okay, yes, I can have you. Let me invite you as a guest. Now, imagine. Can you imagine? And if you want to be a guest here, please do come on. You're welcome. Just indicate. Please do like and share this live. Let others know that we're here. We're trying to just help our minds to develop more. There is an orange heart to the top of the screen. Welcome in. Welcome in. Designed to inspire. So tell me what stood out the most to you so far about this book.
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. I won't be with you for very long because I'm working on a project. But as you spoke about desire and the fact that we desire to do and be everything else except ourselves, I wanted to, just share with you that the world designed it that way. I mean, we are so trained to be like this versus that, right? And then there are so many things that are placed in our environment that we know are really having a challenge with finding our identity. And usually, our true identity is sometimes scoffed at. You are being weird, you are being different because you are not following the norms that society predicts. And the desire for everything else except to be self is so rich in all that we do. We want to look like someone. We want to sound like someone. We want to eat the same food someone else is eating, be it not of our culture. We want to participate in something because this person whom we deemed important is participating in this activity. So it's an amalgamation of a number of things, and I just thought to kind of share it with you a little bit, yeah, just to add to the conversation.
I do appreciate that wealth of information, and you're so right. And as you said, it is society that has caused us to be like that. I see Wojo Jones. He said spiritual, physical, mental needs, and desires. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome in, Shirley. Please do share the live, like and share the live. There is a daily heart me up to the top. That's the engagement. You get engagement points by clicking and claiming that. You can claim your engagement point. Welcome in, Angela. We are reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Now it's 7:27. We're going to be wrapping up soon, but we're just going to go maybe just do like one or two more questions that Napoleon Hill would have asked the devil. No, you're going to be saying Andrea Napoleon Hill, the devil. It sounds like it's all made up. But I want you guys to have an open mind. Don't think about it like that. Think about the principles that are in this book. Please do like and share my live. And now we meet here every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the question, what about the negative desires such as greed, envy, avarice, jealousy, anger? Are those not expressed more often? than any of the positive desires? Answer: all negative desires are nothing but frustrations of positive desires. They are inspired by some form of defeat, failure, or neglect by human beings to adapt themselves to nature laws in a positive way. Question: that's a new slant on the subject of negative thoughts. If I correctly understand what you have said, all negative thoughts are inspired by one's neglect or failure to adapt oneself harmoniously to nature laws. Is that correct? That is exactly correct. Nature will not tolerate idleness or vacuums of any sort. All space must be and is filled with something. Isn't that an amazing concept? Welcome in user 3814. Please do like and share my live. The more engagement you do, it allows other people to see that we have this wonderful room open. It's Keg Book Club. We're reading Outwitting the Devil. Now, please do share. There you can engage by claiming your points, your engagement points to the top of the screen. And right now we are reading Outwitting the Devil. Now, I want to hear this answer before we close up because we're getting ready to close up today. Now, he said that is exactly correct. Nature will not tolerate idleness. Think about that. Welcome in, Diana McGee. Welcome in. Please do like and share the live. Claim your daily heart me. It's to the top of the screen. Claim your engagement points and please hit engage in the live. If you want to engage and meet new friends, hit engage. You guys, I encourage you to follow each other. Now, this is exactly correct. Nature will not tolerate idleness or vacuums of any sort. All space must be filled with something. Everything in existence of both a physical and a spiritual nature must be constantly in motion. Isn't that mind blowing? The human brain is no exception. It was created to receive, organize, specialize, and express the power of thought. Imagine that. It was created to receive, organize, specialize, and express the power of thought. When the individual does not use the brain for the expression of positive, creative thoughts, nature fills the vacuum by forcing the brain upon negative thoughts. Can you imagine? It's so simple to gain positive thoughts or to get rid of negative thoughts by having positive thoughts. That's why meditation and prayer is so important for you to start bringing the right things in so that your brain is not automatically engaged in negative things. Imagine that. There can be no idleness in the brain. Understand this principle, and you will come into a new and important understanding of the part of the environmental influences take in the lives of human beings. You will better understand also how the law of hypnotic rhythm operates. It being the law which keeps everything and everyone constantly moving through some form of expression of either negative or positive principles. Now, we're going to conclude by reading the author's note, and next week we will continue with this conversation between Napoleon Hill and the devil. The author's note: nature will not tolerate idleness nor vacuums of any sort. All space must be and is filled with something. When the individual does not use the brain for expression of positive creative thoughts, nature fills the vacuum by forcing the brain to act upon negative thoughts. I find this so true, particularly when I think of children who have too much idle time on their hands. Don Green, CEO of the Napoleon Hill Foundation, remembers as young people, we are constantly kept busy in the abomination that idleness was the devil's workshop. Interesting parallel, don't you think? No, I don't know about you guys, but growing up, my grandmother always used to say, the devil finds work for idle hands. And this concept is so true because look at this. Look at this right now. We're seeing Napoleon Hill speaking directly with the devil, saying, "Hey, if you don't find positive things to fill into your brain, automatically your brain will use and occupy itself with negative things." Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing? It's not just crazy, but it's amazing. Now, please do like and share this live. If you have not yet followed each other, please do follow each other. Just hit on the person's picture and you can just let them know, hey, I got you. Or followed or something, follow each other. And next week, Sunday, I will be back again for us to continue reading this wonderful book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Now, if you're not intrigued, like I am, about the possibilities of using our brain in such a way to be the best version of ourselves, I don't know what else you could be so engaged in, because imagine we have that ability to be able to choose the life that we want, to create the life that we want, to really and truly be in control of the thoughts that we entertain. And if we do not do that, guess what? Automatically the brain decides what thoughts it wants to have. Welcome in, Kiana. Welcome in. Please do like and share the live so that others can be aware of this wonderful space. We're reading Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. This is a wonderful book that just helps us to be able to think about life. It really touches in the mental, and it helps us to understand and better give our mindset a great framework. So, if you haven't yet, please do claim your points, your engagement points, by hitting the orange button to the top, and please do follow each other, please. Now, we're wrapping up, and if you do have any questions, place it in the chat. But it's been such a pleasure spending the last hour with you. Thank you all, for those of you who've ride with me, who participated, and if you've been able to gain anything from this, from the reading that we've had so much, please feel free to drop that a comment in the chat stating what is your key takeaway for today. Because for me, let me share what my key takeaway is. I understood for the longest while, because I'm fascinated with the mind. I understood that we are what we think, and I understand that we can control our thoughts, etc. But what I didn't know, and what blew me away even after reading this book, this is not the first time I've read it, but it's never stuck with me before, that when we refuse to use our brain to bring in negative thoughts and surround ourselves with negative people, guess what happened? That void is actually filled with negative. Isn't that mind blowing? So I'm just going to encourage you this week, as you go out there and you meet other people and you interact with loved ones and workmates and whoever it is, that you always try to do as Les Brown, my mentor, said. Make sure that you do what you call OQP, only quality people. I mean, everybody, their creation and their important, etc. But if there are people, there are some people who are negative spirits, and we must really say it as it is. So if you find that that person is not adding to you in a positive way, and they're going to bring negative thoughts to you, you stay away from them, as Napoleon Hill, or as the Napoleon Hill and the Devil said in this book. You move away from the negative energy and make sure that you surround yourself with negative energy. Make sure that you surround yourself with positive energy. What am I saying? And make sure that you entertain positive thoughts. And if any negative thoughts come, make sure that you get rid of it by replacing it with positive thoughts. So thank you so much for listening in. It's been a pleasure. And thank you for your participation. I'm so happy to just be able to share and pay it forward all that I've learned. And also, I just have a passion for reading. If you do, join me next week, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we continue to read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Welcome in, Tay. And until next time, be great. You will see me. Thank you. Okay, guys. So, oh my goodness. So that is and that has been for those of you who've been following me on YouTube. That has been my first live with as book club with TikTok. I am working on becoming a TikTok affiliate. So it's been indeed a pleasure just having you here listening in and seeing me on my journey. I am still fairly new to YouTube, but this link will also be shared on Facebook in our original group. I have been doing Keg Book Club since 2020, and Keg just means reading for knowledge, empowerment, and growth. I just thank you so much. And until next week, Sunday, you will see me because I don't ever see you. I don't know if you guys have ever thought that most content creators say, well, until next time, I'll see you. But when you really think about it, I can't see you, but you can see me. So until next time, you will see me. Be great.